Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Round 9 here at Chicagoland Speedway for one of the last ever league races we will see here. With 6 different winners punching their ticket into the playoffs in 8 races, we still have a lot going on. We still have tonight and we have next week at Darlington to see who will make the round of 12 for the SnB Cup Series playoff field. Last week's crazy race at Phoenix, it shook things up, not only in standings, but because we saw a new winner once again, which was Wild Reckneck. But before we get to all that, I have to bring out the driver spotlight. We have one missing, Fluffy. He is unable to be here tonight. Really sorry to hear that. But we do have, piloting the number 88 Chevy, SnB veteran driver, who is also an eNASCAR Heat Pro League driver, JRM Dohar. He's 5th in points in standings with 141 points. Welcome to the booth, Dohar.
Hi, Frozen and Element. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm really excited for tonight's race.
Absolutely. I mean, Chicago's a really drafty track, so I think we're going to see probably a little crazy race, some 3 wide. I think it'll be very exciting.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
All right, for your first question, I got to ask, in your opinion, what makes a great race car driver?
Well, I think the thing that makes for a really great race car driver is being adaptive. No 2 races are ever the same. No 2 environments for a race are ever the same. And so, there's always going to be different elements and variables presented that each driver, has to deal with and tackle and maintain. And that's how you persevere through that. That's what really makes you a good driver, because if a race is fuel race, you got to come away with the win as if it, was a race that doesn't involve fuel mileage. I know people like to knock fuel mileage, but at the end of the day, if that's the cards that are dealt and everybody has the opportunity to do so, you got to find a way to get the job done at the end of the day. So definitely adaptability.
You have a great point. I'll tell you, I used to be one that was like, you know what? I'm a driver. Why do I need to worry about when I need to go in and saving fuel and all that stuff? I was terrible at doing setups and everything else, but you're right. You have to adapt. So you have to get used to that. It's good to have that mental awareness of it and just be able to come up with a game plan for each race. I mean, if you don't do that, you're not going to be winning that race.
Exactly.
If you could be a race car driver in real life, which series would you choose to drive in?
I mean, that's a tough one. I mean, I think everybody would like to say the Cup Series. But, whenever I watch those races, I just think about how not fun it is to drive those cars. Everybody has their opinions on the current race package, as do I mine. But I would say I've honestly have always taken a liking to the ARCA series.
Nice.
It's just been different. It's also more local, and kind of regional, if you will. Mm-hmm. They race right in my backyard at Toledo, right where I'm at right now. So that's always been kind of, if I ever could get into racing, I'd be fully content being in the ARCA series. Those cars look fun to drive, and it's got that local feel.
Absolutely. And I gotta give a quick shout out to Rock. He's out there and he just cheered 200 bits. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. He's so awesome. He does so much for everybody in the community, and he's out there in the booth right now helping us out. So thank you so much for the cheers, Rock. But yeah, I think that's actually very interesting for the ARCA series, which that would be a lot of fun, I think. It's something different. So pretty cool to see. Looking back on the last eNASCAR Heat Pro League season, being an esports driver, what are the biggest challenges that you face?
I mean, the first biggest challenge was, and a lot of us kind of felt this too, this was the first season where we were required to be on wheels. As somebody who's always been on controller ever since they've been, racing NASCAR video games since 2005, that was such a shock and, a really big mountain to overcome. And what a lot of people don't realize is it's not like we got these wheels magically over the off season, in January or February. No, we got them 2 weeks before our first race. So it's like, boom, you gotta go and you gotta be competitive. And there were times where it was a real big struggle, and you're
Right.
kind of looking at yourself and you're like, why do I do this? Why am I doing this? I know I have more capabilities than what I'm showing on the racetrack, but we had a lot of good opportunities that came up and we took advantage of, and some races that didn't go our way, but we still showed speed. So, that was the biggest thing. And then, kind of in conjunction with that would be, being able to tune out the noise. That's always something I need to get better at, and I felt I did a really good job this season compared to last, where you've got your people who have their opinions about the pro league and where it stands within the community, and where it stands within 704's level of importance is, and they feel like it takes away from the game as a whole. But I hope people realize in time, it's separate resources that come directly from NASCAR and the teams that utilize this program, and it's honestly just, it's an honor to do it, because I feel more like a community ambassador than an esports driver. I feel like I'm kind of that bridge between the community at large and the developers, and trying to assist them with feedback and facilitating necessary changes to keep the online community happy and propelling in a good motion forward. So that's always a big important thing, is being able to tune out the hate, if you will. But again, it comes with being able to be adaptive.
Absolutely. Like you said, there's several things that go with being an esports driver, but man, oh man, having a new added wheel to it when you're used to controller, I can tell you it took me a long time to get really comfortable on it. And I feel like you did a really great job going out there, brand new to a wheel. You caught on very quick in my eyes. So kudos to you for that, and for hanging in there 2 seasons now. So that's really awesome.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. Thank you. I mean, we weren't able to back up our one victory on season 1, but we had a bunch of top 5s and really some good races where we led a bunch of laps, and we're running up front. So when it mattered, the results weren't always there, but I think we showed that we definitely got a hang of the wheel, and we're ready to go at it for next season.
Right. All right. Final question. I know you're getting ready for qualifying. What's something we don't know about you?
Oh gosh. Well, I think by this point everybody knows that I sing, because I've seen pictures of my Facebook floating around on the interwebs from when I did opera.
Possibly, yes.
So that's always. And by the way, if you're ever using that as a tool to dig at me, I wouldn't have put it on my Facebook if I was embarrassed about it. Just FYI for those of you that are listening. But I actually, kind of a newer endeavor that's happened. I actually became an independent business operator this past month. I launched a business, an online e-commerce website that I do kind of as like a networking tool with some younger entrepreneurs. So that's partnered through Amway, which is based in Ada, Michigan. So that's kind of been my big task lately. The past couple weeks has been getting that off the ground and kind of running to my satisfaction. So I finally get to really start utilizing my master's degree, which is what I love, and that's my passion. So I'm really excited about that and the opportunities it'll unfold for me.
That's pretty awesome, Dohar. I did not know that, so a lot of luck to you moving forward with that. I'm sure you'll take it very far. But good luck to you tonight in Chicagoland. It's going to be a crazy race. I hope to see you back here in the booth. Go ahead, Element.
Hold on. I want to ask one question. I've never got to ask a question. I want to ask one question. So, Dohar, NASCAR season's been pretty crazy. Who is your final 4 for this NASCAR season to finish out at Homestead? Or not Homestead. Phoenix this year, not Homestead. At
Phoenix,
yeah. Yeah.
It's putting you on the spot.
Yeah, I want to
He
hear
is
who
putting me on the spot. He's putting me on the spot because I'm panicking trying to remember who won Sunday, and it was Joey Logano, so he's already there.
Yeah, all right,
of course, there's one, so I got 25% no matter what. I think 2 of those 3 are definitely going to be Denny Hamlin and Kevin Harvick. It's been their season. I think they've built up such a points lead that they're able to get there. That 4th spot, though, gets really, really interesting, because if somebody catches fire at the right time at Texas or Martinsville, boom, they're right there in the thick of it. I think my prediction is that it'll kind of unfold this way. You're going to see Denny Hamlin probably win at Texas this Sunday.
Ooh,
but I think
really?
when the Cup Series goes to Martinsville, you're going to see Brad Keselowski get the victory and kind of seal up that fourth and final spot, and then Kevin Harvick will point his way in. That's my prediction.
Whoa.
Disagree with the Texas pick because Harvick owns Texas at this time of year now, recently. So I really feel like, and I'm fangirling, so it's definitely.
I know.
Yeah.
Just no love for Chase, but
I hate Chase, but I feel like just listen. I feel like a battle can come down at Martinsville between Denny Hamlin and Chase Elliott, and I feel like, Chase might sneak his way in and steal one at Martinsville and get into that Final Four for the first time. And even though I strongly dislike him.
I'll take it,
That's
though. I'll
very
take
fair.
anything I can get.
It's respectful.
All right, Dohar, thank you so much for coming in the booth tonight. A lot of luck to you. Like I said, I hope we see you after the race. But yeah, let's see how it goes tonight.
Thank you, guys. Good luck up in the booth, and thank you for the opportunity to be here.
Thank you. All
Thanks
right,
a lot,
Element, how are you doing tonight?
All right, Frozen. I'm hanging in there.
Nice. Very nice. These guys are getting ready to go. It's going to be quick for qualifying. These guys get 19 laps to the fuel tank. They're going to qualify, I would assume, anywhere from a 0.3 to a 0.4 in time for qualifying. Actually, it's going to be a little bit higher for that since they aren't on since they are on presets only and no adjustments. But the laps tonight, we're looking at 39 laps for stage 1, 37 for stage 2, and 52 for the final stage. So there is going to be a little bit of strategy here tonight. And Element, Dohar is great at strategy, so I feel like he's going to be one that's got a great chance for us to see him in the booth tonight.
You know who else is good at strategy, Frozen?
Who?
I'll give you one guess. I'll give you one. There's two options, but there's one guess.
I mean, Justin is great at strategy.
Ah, you got one of them.
All right.
Yeah, you got one. Yeah, Justin is also great at strategy, and then
Yes.
J-Max also
J-Mac.
one of the best at strategy.
Mm-hmm.
You got three of the top guys on this game in strategy, and they're all in the same race with presets, and it's going to be a shootout between those three guys when it comes down to fuel mileage. That I can guarantee.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely crazy. Man, oh man. 3 emotes shared. Hall, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. He just sent 3 other some emotes. Gotta show him some love out there. Thank you guys for tuning in. Trash is having a bad time on the game. Some days it's just like that. These guys are getting ready to go to qualifying, and I'm hearing that they can't send us an invite for some reason. So that's no bueno.
What?
Yeah.
What? Who used to say it? Was it Darryl Waltrip who used to say, "Have you ever?"
I know. I don't know what the deal
never.
is. So we may miss qualifying because I don't know that anyone else is going to send us. Oh, no. Gary sent me a party invite. I don't need a party invite, but thank you, Gary.
Gary, get your together. Yeah, I bleeped myself.
Oh my gosh. Which that may cause trouble if we can't get an invite. How are we going to get an invite for the race? So this will be very interesting. I've gotten invites all night tonight, except for right now. So, yeah, it's all grayed out for them. But hopefully after that, the game is glitched. Someone else needs to invite you. Yeah. Apparently they can invite me to a party, but not the game. So let's talk about this weekend. They're at Texas, right?
Hold on. Should we restart?
For
the game,
us, it's not a restart.
Okay.
They're grayed out. They can't even invite
Throwing
anybody.
out possibilities. Just throwing out possibilities.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. On to what you were talking about.
Oh, you don't know what I was talking about? Texas.
No. On to what you were talking about.
Oh. Sorry. Go on.
What were you saying about Texas? That's something about Texas. I don't know.
So who do you think is going to win at Texas? What do you think's going to happen here? I mean, we talked about it a little bit with Dohar, but
all right, I'm very biased, obviously, because I'm the biggest Harvick fan, like ever since 2000. So long time. been through the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I'm rolling with my boy Harvick. Like, the dude has been pretty much unstoppable there the past few seasons there in this time of year there. At this time of year there. Or not in this time of year. At this time of year, he has been pretty much unstoppable at Texas. One of the fastest cars on the track. He gets out to the lead, you ain't going to get by him.
He has, I feel like if anyone deserves the championship this year, it would be Harvick. I mean, the guy has just been absolutely on fire. And yeah, if he doesn't get it, I will be very surprised. I will say that.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised too. He will definitely get in on points. Like Dohar said, he said not one of his 2 picks to get in, but based on points, he would sneak in. I mean, not on wins to get in.
Right.
So he does have that opportunity, but I really do believe that he can either win at Texas or Martinsville. But Stuart Haas has not been the greatest on short tracks as of recently. So Martinsville will be let's get stage points and get through the good finish kind of day. So I think
so.
Texas is one shot to get a win to just seal the deal.
Derek says, I'm going to say Chase Elliott, either Texas or Martinsville. I like your thinking, Derek.
Definitely not Texas.
You never know. You never know. I do feel Martinsville would be a better shot for him. But yeah, we'll see. It's going to be very interesting. New tongue element. Oh, you guys are cracking me up. Trash says Liebert needs to stop missing races, which brings me to points out here. Liebert, I mean, when he's out here, he does very, very well. Rangers, he still has the points lead, and it is by a lot. He's got 2 wins, along with Dohar, after last race, he dropped down to 5th in points with 141. So Rangers, I mean, he's got a lot of playoff points. He's got 10. Ooh. Dohar has 8 that will carry over. Tom, he's got a win and 7 playoff points that will carry over. J-Mac and Justin both have 4. And then we have a couple of guys that have 1 point that will carry over to playoffs, but it's going to be close once it switches over. It's only going to do it once, and then we're just going to race these guys out to the finish. So it's going to be interesting to see. But Rangers, I mean, these guys are going to have to give him a run for his money because he's on to something this season.
Yeah, Rangers has done what he needed to do all season. He's secured a couple wins. He gets stage points. He's up there at the end of races, getting consistent finishes. I think he's only had 1 finish outside the top 5. Even the top 10, maybe.
It's insane.
Yeah, and consistent all year.
Absolutely.
Season,
oh yeah.
Season.
Dogman says underdog all the way. Kurt freaking Busch.
I was actually gonna say something about that.
Were
yes,
you?
Can't count out Kurt Busch. Yes, Kurt Busch. I saw his comment, and you cannot count out Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch can just sneak up out of nowhere and just steal one.
It's true. It's true. I've seen him do it, and I was there at Kentucky when he was going at it with his brother for it. Great finish there. That was absolutely insane being there at the track at Kentucky. Gillis says Harvick. That's 2 people for Harvick. I know a lot of Harvick fans out there.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I think a couple of people. I'd love to see Chase make it, though. That would be really cool to see that happen for the Final Four. I'll be bummed if he doesn't, but I think his time is coming, definitely. And I'm curious to see what these guys are doing in qualifying. I'm really hoping that we can see what they end up with here, but Trash says, I've raced with Liebert a lot. The dude can race when he makes it. You definitely have to get to the races in order to do good. That's the start. Weevil, what's up? How are you? Hope you're doing good. We can't get into qualifying, so we're just hanging out until these guys get done with qualifying, and hopefully after that we will get an invite. But I know I've had a couple of issues with being able to invite people. It just grays out and you cannot do anything. It's very odd, actually. All right, Element, we can't see qualifying, but I can put you on the spot and say Who do you think's gonna get on pole tonight, and who do you see winning?
God.
You should be used to this.
I just strongly dislike you right now.
I know you do.
Especially put on the spot. For pole, Chicago, if, you know what? He just sent me an invite. I'm going to go with Tom Flitty for the pole.
Whoa.
Oh!
Tom Flitty.
For the pole, for the win, on the other hand,
Yeah.
I believe a little bit of strategy play will be involved. So, you know what? Let's go with a dark horse tonight. I know we like Chicago. I know he's quick. Can he keep it clean, keep the car out of trouble, play the right strategy? We're going to go with Mr. Foxhound Boss for tonight.
Foxhound Boss. And you know, he's really fast. I've watched him in practice, race with him. He's got the speed for it, but we just need to see him put an entire race together, stay out of trouble, and I think he's got a great shot for it. A lot of these guys do. It's a very, very drafty track. This is a track we're going to see 3 wide. We have to keep people off of the apron, though. I've seen it too many times. And I'll tell you what, Element, we've been joking about this because I believe the last 3 races, turn 1, lap 1, somebody has completely just obliterated themselves on the apron or just in the turn. The last 3 races. So Chicago is huge for that. I don't really have an issue with hitting the apron, but I know a lot of guys do here. And I'm curious if we're going to make that 4 races in a row. I really hope we don't, though.
Doubtful. I'm going to say doubtful because there's a lot of room you can maneuver around here. You can easily run 2 wide, be able to make passes on the outside. You can run 3 wide very easily here. Heck, even 4 wide if you can fit a paper in between y'all. So
that's scary.
Yeah, been a part of it. It is scary. So, yeah, I definitely can see a lot going on, but there's enough room to do it and get by without much incidents, even if lagging. Speaking of lag might be a bad thing because if you, well, obviously lag is a bad thing.
Lag is usually a bad thing, yes.
Yeah, I was back in the top 24 or whatever when we were doing the Chicago race. I had a really good car. Top 5. Could have made top 5 in that race at Chicagoland. And I had I got stuck behind somebody on a restart that did not pit, got pushed back. J-Mac of all people had lag issues at the worst possible moment because I was right on him. He donkey kicked me. Boom, front end damage. Took all my shots of having a decent finish in that race out.
It's so brutal when that happens.
Yeah, and especially at a track like Chicagoland, and when you don't have that caution to come out for you,
yeah,
it can bite you. Big time.
I mean, especially once you're out of the draft too, it's just so hard. And if you don't have a caution, I mean, you can just kiss that good finish goodbye, and it's really unfortunate to see. So hopefully we can keep the lag away. The tire glitch, I'm sorry to say, it's still here, guys. This is, I think, the 3rd week in a row that we've had it. It should be gone, I'm hoping, next week. Just guessing, but I'm really hoping. We're gonna hope for the best here. But from what I'm hearing from Trash, who is keeping me in the loop, he says they are finishing up the laps and qualifying, so thank you for that. Chaotic Weevil says he's going for Dohar. He's sneaky, and yes, Weevil, this, I believe, gonna have a lot of strategy play in this final stage here. So I think he's one that is going to be able to pull off a win. I mean, he's great at it, and he's on a wheels, got that stick shift, so that's really gonna help those guys out that has the stick shift.
What? What's a stick shift?
Whatever, you know what I mean.
I know, I'm just messing with you.
Don't give me a hard time. Actually, you're fine, but... Rated says, I've seen 5 wide through 1 and 2, but that was Heat 4. You know what? I've been 5 wide, not at Chicago, but Kansas, and it did not work out, I can assure you. I was like straight smack dab in the middle, and it was so it was terrible. It was terrible. Weevil, I do not have a link for that. Let me see if I can get one. We'll see if we can put one out there. I don't hear anyone from over the radio, so I'm hoping that these guys are good, and I'm really hoping we can get an invite when it goes.
I have an invite from TomTom, but I'm not sure if it's to the race or what.
You have an invite and you haven't taken it?
No, because I didn't know I should have taken it.
Well, I heard that they are getting over with qualifying, so it was probably just a qualifying.
Yeah, oh yeah, they haven't even gone yet. I need another invite.
Yeah. I hear over the radio qualifying just ended, so I'm hoping, that they can get that.
Let me text TomTom real quick. Let me text TomTom. Tell him to give me another invite.
Combat, I appreciate that. Combat says he's going to send us an invite, so we'll see who is on pole. It should be very cool. It should be a fast race. But man, oh man, yeah. I'm. How many cautions do you think we're going to see tonight, Element?
I hate this question. I'm usually wrong.
I mean, it's so hard to even come close to guessing.
I like playing the under on these, and I always feel like it's the over, and if this was Vegas odds, I would totally always lose my money. So I really want to go with a high number tonight. I'm going to say 5 caution.
5. I mean, that seems pretty reasonable.
It still feels high because it is a big, roomy, drafty track. I'm going to say 5. Yeah. I'm going the high end.
Interesting. We'll see what happens. I just got an invite from JMac. I took it, and they were still in the lobby. So I had to get back out.
Hold on. Yeah, I texted Tom to send me one. I'm waiting on him.
All right. They're sending it to us.
Are they?
They're sending one to us. Do not accept it. But in chat, I put, if you guys are interested in checking it out, I did put a link. Don't take that, Element. I did put a link in there for the SnB merch we just got. It's going to be awesome. Justin, we did get those. Thank you very much. They're still there. All right. Thank you so much. Trash says 1 is TomTom, 2 is Thrills, 3 is Rangers, Kyle Fan number 4, and Kyle Fan, man, he's got some speed this season. 5 is JMax Ski, and 6, Justin, and 7th. TomTom, I'm hearing over the radio, has pole. Fox in 8th, 9 Dohar, and 10 NASCAR Fan. Wait. NASCAR Fan? I think that's a new one. Joey Clark, what's up? How are ya? Hope everyone's doing good. We're getting ready to go to Chicagoland Speedway for race number 9. It's going to be a fast one. There's going to be a lot of action out here. I'm excited, so let's go. Oh, Super NASCAR Fan. Okay, I gotcha. All right, Element, go ahead and accept. If you have one. Yeah. Do you have one?
Yeah, I'm taking it right now.
Sweet.
Yeah.
We're good. I was a little worried there. I was worried that we wouldn't be able to get one. Yes, Super NASCAR Fan. I don't know why NASCAR Fan threw me off. I just go by Super, so yeah, that threw me off. Sorry. My bad. Loading in for the Camping World 400, which is actually the 200. 50% races, 3 times wear. Preset league, these guys are gonna get it. It's gonna be a lot of fun tonight.
Oh, for us, I don't know about them.
He was scrolling fast. I got you, Trash. All good. Remember, guys, the tire glitch is out there, so I do apologize, but just act like you don't see it. Really hard to do. We are on board with TomTom Flitty out here, and The green flag waves at Chicagoland Speedway. They are off. We have Tom Flitty leading the way. Thrills on the outside. We have Rangers directly behind him in the 11 car. Stay off that apron, Tom. We don't want to see anyone hit it.
Frozen, I just want to point out, for the first time this season, I am now 1 for 1 because I was correct on Tom getting the pole.
You were correct. And look at these guys going 3-4 wide already, going into the turn. That was absolutely insane. Wow. Yes, the tires are a little nutty. They're a little nutty. I'm going to try to get into a view where you can't see them, but it's just so bad. You see, it's nutty. You see Tom Flitty up there. He has fallen back since starting on pole. Leaf Justin moving on up, currently sitting in 4th with a 2 wide going on for the lead right now between, I do believe that is Rangers, and who else is up there?
Frozen, I'm going to tell you right now, Thrill started on the outside pole, and he has found his way outside the top 10.
Yeah. What? It's insane. That 20 was battling it out. That is Kyle Fan. The guy has so much speed. We've talked about him a few times, but he's doing really well out there. Top 3 will be J-Mac. He is out there in that 3 car, and I can tell you, in practice, he's had really fast car. I think he's going to be one that is going to really pay off in stage 3 because he has such great fuel strategy going on.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious as to if the reason why Thrills dropped back was because of fuel strategy, maybe, because they only get 19 laps, and stage 1 is a little bit longer than that. So I'm just wondering if that's the reason why he dropped back.
You know, it very well could be. Tom, he is dropping back quickly also. So I'm curious if that is the case for these guys. However, I don't know. Draft is going to help these guys out. But, yeah, fuel strategy, you're going to get 39 laps in stage 1. And these guys can get 19 on a fuel tank. So it's going to be very, very close. They're going to have to watch it for sure.
And they also could be running a higher preset, so they could all be getting looser on the longer runs, so they might be conserving a little bit more tires, so that way they're not getting loose as early in the run, so that way they can meet their needs on their to hit their end of the fuel run there.
It's so true. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 48 of Foxhound Boss. What are you looking at?
Oh, my goodness. I just saw the 1 and the 24. I don't know if they hit each other, but they both just split apart. Like, I'm trying to think of a pun, and I can't right now. But
yeah,
one went right, one went left, and they're under caution.
The caution will come out for this. I saw the 2 cars back there. I'm not quite sure what happened, but man, that is going to be the first caution of the night. So 24 came off the wall and door banged the 1. That's what they're saying in chat, so not sure exactly what happened, but that's what they're saying so far.
I just missed the door bang. I just saw one go right and one go left. But as we speak, there's the same sight we've seen all season long, the 11 up front.
The 11 is up front.
Poor
with
guy.
Pit road open. These guys are gonna go in, get those adjustments in, and already Rangers is up there. It's gonna be crazy. I think this is gonna take out having to save now, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Should, I do believe we've been seeing the same sight all season. We've been seeing the 11 up front. The poor guy must be getting pretty lonely up there, and I think J-Mac might be able to give him some company the rest of this race. So I kind of like what he brings to the table here in Chicagoland.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to hang on board with this 1 of Liebert as he's coming off a pit road. He'll probably have to fix some damage, so we'll see where he comes off onto the track here. Looks like he's going to be directly behind Bacon in that 22 car. Deep in the field here, and that's a scary place to be. You're going to have a lot of action, 2, 3, sometimes 4 wide out here. So you just have to really try to keep that nose clean and make your way through the field. It's going to be tough, though. These guys really like to stick their nose under these guys as they're trying to go into the turns and take over that position. So they're going to have to watch that.
Yeah, you definitely got to watch, I'm going to say definitely tire wear. Not even the fuel at this point. Tire wear. Because that right rear will burn off and they're going to get loose.
You do get a little loose now. I'll tell you, I had my right rear, the pressure lower than my right front, and it really evened it out. I had perfect tire wear. I mean, it was what we ran in the Invitational, and it really does help out there.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that 100%.
We are off and running once again on board with the 51 of Honeycutt. You can see, I don't know who that was that touched the wall a little bit. It might have been the 8. Man, Honeycutt getting some contact from the car below him. That is a 14 of Natterdays. He manages to hold on to it. We have 31 to go in stage 1, so there's still a lot of time to make your way through the field. But Honeycutt, he is one of those that are really close to the top 12, and we already have somebody wrecking out. I do believe that was Dohar that hit the wall, and if I'm not mistaken, that's going to bring out yet another caution already.
And as we were just talking to Dohar here in the pre-race, tough break right there. He's definitely good on presets, got his adjustments in, just a tough break. He'll be able to go in here under this next caution, repair his damage, and hopefully make his way up to the front.
All right, from what I'm hearing over the radio, there is no caution out. It was just a one-car incident. There was no lag involved, so these guys are still going green. Look at this, deep in the field. It looked like they were at 4 wide at one point. Absolutely insane. We have Gary from Canada in that 77. You saw him make some contact with the wall. We have the 24 of Combat Beast directly ahead of him. That is quite the field in front of him. That is a long train element.
The train is long, and you're going to be there at the intersection for about a half hour because it's nonstop. It's going.
It's insane. We have a lot of groups, and these packs are just, they're each racing in them. We have the 12 and the 96 going side by side, trying to get every position that they can. We have the 51 of Honeycutt directly behind Ski in that 96. He's trying to draft with him and get moving. They want to get to the front. You have to. All of these points, we're on round 9. We only have Darlington left, and then we head to the playoffs. So it is imperative that these guys get all the points that they can get in the stages and for the race.
Yeah, definitely got to get those stage points. They got the fuel to make it now. Can they take care of the tires? Do they have the right adjustments in? Are they going to get too loose, too tight? And I believe these guys are just riding around right now, trying to fill out their adjustments, making sure that they are spot on and correct from what they initially practiced on. Oh, it's looking like they're just filling it out right now. They ain't really getting racy.
We're on board with Game Mastermind in that 13, and he is 7th in points with 97. I do believe he has missed a race or two, which has hurt him, but he has done really well when we've seen him out here. And you see him out here with the top pack. I mean, he's sitting, I do believe, top 7 or 8, so doing great out here with this top pack, and he'll be one fighting for stage 1 also.
That Game Mastermind has had a very solid season, put together some consistent finishes, had a little bit of bad luck here and there, but he's made up for that bad luck, and he keeps putting himself in positions to get points, get good finishes, be there for wins, so he's doing the job that he needs to do week in and week out.
Absolutely. Rated, what's up? E-Rock, I know that the tires, it's something. Irishman, and what's up? How are you? We are on board with the 14 of Natterdays. He looks like he's got no one really around him, just trying to hang on to the pack directly in front of him. He's gonna have to keep his eye on that and make sure he holds on to that pack, and he might have lost it already. It looks like he might have now. But yeah, he's got a lot of catching up to do if he wants to stay up there with these guys.
Wow, we had a lot moving up front. We got almost 4 wide coming off too. I don't know, somebody got loose, made a move, block was thrown, going into 1, and they were just stacked up. They were 3, 4 wide coming off 2, and J-Mac coming up the victor on that move. I don't think it was him that made it. He just took advantage of it and got by him as they were all sliding around. So he moves up to P2, throws up to P3, and Rangers slides back to 4th, and Game Mastermind up into the top 5 now.
These guys are so close. Wow. It's so crazy how much draft can pull you around here, and it is so easy to get in a 3-wide situation, but these guys have really handled it well so far. You see J-Mac leading that pack directly behind, but I do believe, isn't that Justin out there in the lead at the moment? Let's take a look. Yeah, he's out there just riding that track and doing a great job so far.
Yeah, this whole field's actually been doing a really good job. We've only had 1 caution so far here in stage 1, and we've had a bunch of movers, a lot of clean racing, not too much beating and banging, and cross your fingers, but not much lag. So it's been pretty steady so far.
I think so, and like I said, they get 19 to a fuel tank here. You see Dohar, he was a single car incident earlier. He's probably a lap down at this point, so really unfortunate to see. We have 20 laps to go in stage 1, so we're coming into the window of where these guys could make it the final part of the way. I'm curious when these guys are going to go in. Are they going to try to split it evenly to see the tire wear and be as fast as they can to get that stage win? It's going to be interesting to find out when they go in, but I think some of these guys will see some pit stops starting pretty soon.
So apparently, I guess what you're trying to say is they couldn't make it from where that caution happened.
Yeah, there's they could not make it from where that caution happened, so they will have to pit in the next several laps.
How many laps are left in this stage?
There is about 19 at this point, so it's coming down to the wire, and this is the point where you come out of pit road with 20, but then immediately turns into 19. So they would be safe to do it now, but I'm thinking, I see somebody in the wall back there. I'm not sure who that was, but they are still going. But man, that's definitely going to hurt them, and they're going to lose a couple of spots from that.
Well, Frozen, let me bring out my big brain and calculate some numbers here. By my current calculations, no one can definitely make it on fuel from here. So, who can get on pit road the best and get off the best is definitely going to get some major stage points here. And who I believe gets on the latest, that will have the freshest tires at the end, is going to be possibly your stage winner.
We do have some takers for pit road. Let's see if I can find out who that is. Rangers and the 20 of Kyle Fan. I know Rangers is huge on going in when no one else does, which is a smart move because that is going to be a very crowded pit road if y'all go together. And we've seen incidents where people drive it in extremely hard and they can give each other pit penalties from speeding. So that's something that they need to watch out on. But we do have 2 takers so far.
2 takers right now. Might be a little too early, but they're going to be able to get out ahead, get the fresher tires, pull away a little bit. But as their tires wear, it could really destroy them here late in the run.
Yeah, we're going to find out. But we do have 15 to go, so clearly they can make it if they go in now, no problem. I do want to give a shout out to Into SC4R. Thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it. 15 months. That is absolutely insane. And a huge shout out to Grandfather Goose, who has followed. Thank you so much for the follow. The tires, yes, are not very good right now.
God, I hate these tires. I'm just throwing it in there. Oh, Justin pulls off while Thrills, J-Mac, and Fox all stay out on track.
Yeah, and you know, that's another thing is you want to come out with people to draft with, and that is hard to do. They're trying to separate themselves to have a safe entry onto pit road, but you also want to pit with somebody so that you have that draft and you can come back out on track. If you don't have that draft, you're going to lose out pretty quickly here. So that's another thing that they have on their plate for tonight.
Yeah, getting on pit road here is actually kind of a tough situation, especially when your tires wear, because you're going to burn a little bit more right rear than you are right front. And it's just a pain because it comes up so quick and you don't realize it. Not until the latest second, and you're like, oh my God, that's where the commitment cone is.
It's crazy what it can do. Man, I'm on board with Doharn. Such a tough start for him so far tonight. However, after the stage happens, that will hopefully give him a lap back and we'll see him out there. But I want to go on board. We should see, when this all plays out, we should see Rangers coming out as the leader, and it looks like he's by himself there, Element.
Yeah, Rangers might be sitting on, I'm trying to think of this movie and I can't think of it right now. Ah, dang it, can't think of it. He's going to be sitting out there on an island all by himself. You got Kyle Fan, Justin, Game Mastermind, all right there in line. J-Mac and Fox just came out with fresh tires, and they're within towing distance of those guys. Rangers might be in deep, deep doo-doo.
I mean, you see, look at this pack behind him. They are pretty far away at this point. However, they have 3 cars that are very, very tight together, so they can use that draft and catch up to Rangers. We'll have to see who is in that group and who is the leader after this is all said and done with pit road, but it's going to be pretty tight.
Oh, it's going to be tight. He came in a few laps earlier than these guys. Even the guys that they're running second through fourth. He's going to burn them off. They're going to catch him a little bit. But if these guys can all work together and not get too racy, they're going to have a good chance of catching him and making a bid for getting this stage win.
You got to remember, too, Kyle Fan went in with Rangers, and I'm on board with Kyle Fan right now in that 20, and you can see Rangers way out ahead. I'm not sure if Kyle had to fix damage or whether he got a speeding penalty, but he is in this group. You see J-Mac and you see Fox working together, just moving on through. We've got the 42 of Thrills passing Kyle Fan also, so Kyle Fan's losing a couple of spots out here.
Kyle Fan's going to slide back quite a bit. Unfortunately, it was a good strategy to try to make time up with the fresher tires, but the guys that pitted later, they're going to have fresher tires. He didn't get that much of an advantage on them, so he's going to be falling back. Tough call there, but he's got plenty of time to make all those positions back up throughout the race.
Look at how well these guys are catching and working together. We have 8 laps to go in stage 1, and it is coming down to the wire here. The 3, the 48 of Fox, and the 42 of Thrills, just front to back. I mean, they are all close together, working together really well to try to catch Rangers in that 11. They have their work cut out for them, but it is definitely something that is doable. Let's take a look at this 96 of Ski. He is currently behind the 18 of, I do believe that is Sky. And they're doing pretty well out here, I gotta say. But, man, not a lot of guys around them to work with, so they're gonna have a lot of catching up to do.
Frozen, I'm sorry.
What are you laughing at?
I just saw this comment. The rated RKO, which I know is Randy Norton. I love that, by the way. He's like, they had a whole new meaning to shake and bake. I think he meant by the tires. I really do.
Yes. Yeah.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Oh my God.
That cracks me up.
Let's take a look. Look at these guys. We have Justin and J-Mac going side by side for second as we have 5 to go at the line, and you can see them catching on to Rangers very quickly. He is a sitting duck at this point. With 5 to go, I do think it is possible for them to catch Rangers. He's got a lot less speed than them as they are in draft, so these guys have worked so well together. And that's going to get them up here to compete for the stage win.
They've worked well together, but they've been getting a little too racy. They're doing a lot of side-by-side stuff they don't need to be doing if they want to try to win the stage. They all need to really link up, get nose to tail. They want to catch him. With 5 to go, he keeps getting bigger and bigger. But Rangers may have him because these guys are getting really racy behind him.
They are. Justin just trying to push the car ahead of him. Fox and Justin going side by side. I mean, these guys are crazy. We have J-Mac, very, very strong on practice. You can see him just getting ever so closely to Rangers. It's just getting so close out here. Rangers had a good call, but is it enough to make sure that he captures some more stage points for the playoffs?
Rangers are going to capture a lot of points. Even if he finishes second or third, even. Because now Thrills is pushing J-Mac. Now you got Fox pushing Justin behind them. Now that those two that behind Rangers are working together, they have a very good chance of catching them, even just in a couple laps. So this could turn into a 3-car battle here at the end of this stage.
Well, speaking of a couple of laps, we only have 2 to go coming up on the final lap of stage 1. So can they do it? You can see between 3rd and 4th, these guys now have a gap. So it is just simply the 3 of J-Mac and the 42 that are trying to catch 11 of Rangers. Rangers, he is completely solo. Gonna be crazy, but here we go. Final turn right here. We're gonna see what Rangers can do.
I think Rangers may have this one in the bag. I believe they're coming down to what, 2 to go, right?
From what I'm hearing over the radio, this is it. He will cross the line and take over the stage win. So yeah, Rangers has the stage win. We have J-Mac in second, Thrills in third. Great points for Thrills. He has had some tough luck. If you guys recall, last week at Pocono, he had an incident on the final turn of the final lap of the race as he was trying to go for the win, got into the wall, had some help from his screen, and that took his chances for a win, that took those out.
Rangers just he's Darth Vader. He's just destroying everything.
He's a nut, and he did that. He pit early, which from what we know, you usually don't want to do that. He came out completely by himself, and you can just see how much of an advantage he had on that, which is usually, I gotta say, not the case.
He did a good job that first round there, that first stage, first round, whatever. Same thing.
Beginning at stage 2, 11 of Rangers. He won stage 1. He is going to start out here as we are under green. Thrills in that 42 directly behind him. We have J-Mac in the 3 with the 9 of Justin directly above them, trying to find their way down into a single file line. We have some action going on back there. Kyle fan making some contact. These guys a little wobbly as they're heading into the turns.
A little wobbly. I heard a lot of beating and banging going on back there. So I don't think they're playing too nice right now.
I want to go throughout the field here. Let's take a look at Dohar. You saw him at that first stage incident. He is thick in the field out here with that 12. Close call. That is Scott Hall for life in that 12. Got a little tight and moving up in that turn. I'll tell you what, after I put my adjustments in, I was actually pretty tight. You gotta wait for it to loosen up a little bit, but before that, man, we have a guy in the grass that is the one of Liebert. He got a little bit of help, but fantastic save for him as he's making his way back on track.
God, look at that 3 wide off too. That's so beautiful. I love 3 wide. Oh, good job, guys. Send it. Full send. UPS it. Let's go.
I know you do love your 3 wide, and once they hit 4 wide, I'm just over here like, oh man, you guys are trying to give me a heart attack.
Oh, you get heart attacks over 2 wide. I get heart attacks over 4 energy drinks.
You know, I love actually when I'm racing going 3 wide. I think it's really fun. You have to trust the guys around you, and you have to trust yourself that you can handle it. I mean, if any one of you guys get nervous, it could cause a wreck right there. So it's really fun to watch, but as a league owner, you want to see everything really clean and you want the guys to have fun. So yeah, for me on this end, sometimes I'm just like, oh man, you guys are gonna give me a heart attack.
Oh, J-Mac making a move from the lead to the inside of Rangers. Let's go. Send it, sister.
We gotta get up here. Let's take a look. I'm trying to find my way. We're on board with the 11 of Rangers, and yeah, we had J-Mac underneath him, manages to tuck back in behind him to take second place. Meanwhile, we have a pack from 3 back. They are gonna try to work together to get up here, but oh man, it is so close. Rangers, you know, he's sneaky, I'll tell you. He might run a couple of races for practice with us, but normally he stays out of those. You usually do not see what this guy brings to the track. However, one thing you can count on is that he's always going to be fast. And that's the same for tonight. I mean, you see him up there, and there's quite a gap between those two in the field behind him.
The thing with Rangers is he's quiet, he doesn't speak a lot. He sneaks up on you. He's like a little ninja dressed in black, you know?
You're not wrong.
He's not Asian, so, I mean, that profile don't fit. The thing is...
Oh my gosh.
Stuff up as I go. But the thing is Rangers comes to the table prepared. Always prepared, and he knows... He knows at what track and what he has to run to be competitive. And he is always competitive.
Yeah, I mean, you nailed it right there. Yeah, he always has something on the table, and he's always competitive. You can always see him up there with him. We do have 30 to go. Remember, these guys get 19 for a fuel tank, so they're not going to have to save. They'll just have to pit once, but if a caution comes out, it will definitely make things a little interesting. But we're on board with Game Mastermind in that 13, and I'll say it again, Element. This guy has a lot of speed and is doing really well out here.
Yeah, Game Mastermind has been one of my favorites since, I shouldn't consider him a rookie, should I?
He is definitely a veteran driver. He's been out here a few seasons now.
Say.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Because it was the first season, because I've only been a part of 1 season, so I never really know him, but he's been one of my favorites since the beginning of the season, because he showed a lot of Daytona, a lot of patience, came away with a solid finish, did the same the next race, got snake bitten there for a couple races, but he's been putting together solid finishes, running around in the top 5, top 10, and sneaking his way up there into the top 3 or 4, so I've liked Game Mastermind since the beginning of this year. Solid driver.
Absolutely. We have Trash out there saying, with the 3 wide, I trust myself. It's others that I don't trust. It's true. If you don't know him, you're just you're hoping for the best and expecting the worst. But if you know the guys that you're racing with, it can be so much fun. I love going 3 wide. I just do. If you're 4 wide, that's when I'm just like, oh boy, this may or may not be working. Yes, I was watching the 51 of Honeycutt. We see a little bit of lag on his car. I'm hoping that they do not see it, but it is something to definitely keep an eye out for.
Yeah, lag really hasn't been that big of a problem from our end, surprisingly, this week. So, I know Honeycutt's been dealing with lag, he's been trying to get it under control, and he hasn't been as bad as he has in previous weeks.
Yeah, I know it's frustrating for him. We do have 25 to go, guys, so still a lot of racing left in Stage 2. A very clean Stage 2, but back to Honeycutt. Yeah, his lag has been very frustrating for him. He is a driver that I feel could be up here quite a bit if it weren't for his lag. What do you see in Element?
I think Skibowski got either moved or got loose, one or the other. I missed it, but I caught it when he was getting passed. He got passed by 3 guys.
Wow.
Fox, Kyle, and Game Master Mountain. They all went by out of 4. He might have caught the seam there coming out of 4. He might have caught that and got him loose and got the car very sideways and he had to collect himself. That could also be a possibility because out of 4 is very treacherous.
It can be, absolutely. And he is sitting P7 right now. It looks like he is losing that front pack. Really unfortunate to see, but he has a pack of 3 directly behind him. They may or may not pass him. We'll see what happens here, but yeah, he definitely is doing really well out here tonight. We just need to see him keep that lead pack.
Yeah, and not ever doing presets till this SnB season, coming from customs, and now really getting a hold of it and running up here in the front and running P7 right now. He's got a pack of 3 coming by. He's running a little bit higher, giving them room and stuff as they try to work their, and as Tom gets in the wall. Tom! But
no.
Ski's come a long ways with the presets. He's been getting better each week and doing what he needs to do, and that's what you need to do when it even comes to custom setups. Just each week, just keep improving, and Skibowski has done that throughout the season with presets.
Oh, a lot of contact. I get on board with Kyle Finn in that 20, and I don't know what's going on between him and Fox, but they are just beating and banging off of each other. So, man, oh man, these guys, they're definitely going to cost themselves some time. I'm not sure what happened there, but ooh, scary situation.
I don't know, but we got the Fox and we got the Hound, and Kyle Finn being the Hound went on by.
They are on it, on top of each other
Dohar
tonight.
acting like air now.
Dohar making some contact with the 48. What is going on with these guys?
Look at
a little aggressive.
Of that.
I think so. Might have some rivalries going on after tonight's race. We have Pexter the Olive who just followed. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys are enjoying the race. I know the tires. Thank you so much for managing to try to ignore that the best you can. I know it's hard, but fun racing out here with these guys.
Oh my God.
9 car out to the lead. What is this? The 11. We were with the 11 and the 3, and now we have Justin out here. We missed how that whole thing happened, but yeah, Justin to the lead.
Wait, let me check myself real quick. Wasn't he my pick?
He was your pick. He was your pick. We have a couple of guys going onto pit road. The 8, the 11, and it looks like another taker. If I can find out who that is.
Oh, okay. Fox is sliding back.
14, the 1. We have, I'm hearing over the radio, we're going to have Justin in that 9 car. He's going to be pitting this time around. He is your current leader. We have J-Mac Attack in that 3 going to pit also with him. Very, very close entry for these guys. Look at all the guys going on to pit road. Very busy, but Element, they did a heck of a job getting on pit road. What? Where's Dohar going? He must have missed. It must not have taken him. Oh no. He has completely just flown through pit road, and he is off once again.
Well, one bad light strike, or
What's
bad
that?
light. Ah, hold on, let me get my word right.
Try that
When
again.
lightning strikes, it strikes twice, and bad luck has struck him twice.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on, but Dohar, not a lot of luck tonight on track. You can see him trying to make his way back onto pit road once again. Hopefully that will take him. I'm not sure what that is, why it did not take him last time, whether it was a cone issue. And we have Fox going on track trying to make his way back down, but man, that is a busy line as they're trying to make their way. And Justin, he's gonna come off first, and he's gonna be the closest one to Rangers, who has been the first one to pit every time. Thrills, he is another fast one in that 42. You can see him sitting P4 at the moment. Looks like actually P5. We have J-Mac in P3. We have Kyle Fan in 4th. 42 is going to be top 5. Rangers still out there leading. This time not as huge of a lead as he's had previously. So I feel like he is definitely going to have some company very, very soon and some competition going into the final parts of stage 2. That is definitely going to make the ending of this interesting as he is trying to hold them off. But this guy, remember, he's got 2 wins. He is ahead in points. He's got a ton of playoff points out here already. So he is looking very nice so far. And he just won stage 1.
He won stage 1, and he is looking like he is gonna steal the show with another stage 1 here in stage 2.
We're gonna find out because we do have 14 to go, so there is still plenty of time. I really feel like these guys are gonna catch him in a couple of laps. They're just enough separated where they are not competing with each other, going side by side. They have the draft, and they can definitely use that to their advantage. They have a pack of 4 cars directly behind them, so those guys are gonna work together also and see if they can't catch these guys.
These 4 guys stuck. Ah, God, I can't speak English right now. Stuck together. Grills, Game Mastermind, Tom, and Fox. You're gonna struggle a little bit because you do have Kyle Fan right behind J-Mac right there, following Justin. And J-Mac's gonna have a nice toe on Justin. Those 3 are gonna get linked together, and they're probably gonna catch Kerr, and that's gonna be a nice 4-car draft right there, and that's gonna stay nice and tidy. That's going to be tough to catch.
Look at this group of 4 right now, just on top of each other, doing a fantastic job drafting and using that to catch up to the top 4 guys. I mean, so close together. They may be able to catch them. I mean, we still have around 12 to go for stage 2. That's a lot of racing left. Rangers still got a little bit of a gap between him and second place, but they are definitely closing that gap by the lap. So we'll see what happens with them, but I don't know. We're gonna see if he can capture another stage win. These guys really need to minimalize his stage wins because that is just stacking the playoff points that he gets going into that.
Stage points. God, the stage points. Golly. We're going to talk about stage point. He already won stage 1. He wins stage 2. He's already the points leader.
It's
These
insane.
boys need to haul ass and get after it.
You know, and I think if Fluffy, if he could have been here tonight, I very much think that he would be competing for the win. He's one of those that he comes to the track with a fast one every single week. He's raced with us, I do believe, 3 times now, 2 or 3 times. We talked about it earlier, but yeah, every time he comes on track, he's got a fast one. Last week, he was competing for the win, ran out of fuel on the last lap on the last turn, and ended up losing the race and falling back from running out.
Yeah, Fluffy was close last week, and him coming from PS4 to Xbox is a completely different beast. The setups are completely different. I believe the presets are different. I can't attest to that, but I know for sure custom setups are. And he's transitioned very well. He's showing a lot of speed. Not necessarily as much long run speed yet, but he's gonna get there, and he's gonna be even more competitive than he already is, and that is scary for the competition here on Xbox.
Absolutely. We have Doug in the chat. We have Cape. What's up, guys? Hope you're doing good. 7 to go at the line, so we are definitely coming down to the wire in stage 2. We're on board with Honeycutt, who is in a pack of 4 drivers. He's trying to hang on to this pack, but these guys are pretty far back from P1 right now. But they're mowing along. 4 of them drafting together, and that is what they need to do to catch up to the guys in front of them. However, you can see the gap that they have. We have a lot of groups of 4 out here, and the top 4, yeah, we have the top 4 that are in a group, the second 4, and then we have these 4, and there's quite a gap between every last one of these groups.
It's just group upon group. You got 4. You got 3 in the first group. You got 4 in the second group. No, oh, my bad. I missed 4 and 4.
Yeah,
Sorry.
there's 4 everywhere.
It's 4, 4, 4, 4. The number is 4 tonight.
Does that say something for Kevin Harvick for Texas? Is that the hint that's going on here?
I think that's the hint that's going on. I think Harvick's going to win Texas. And if somebody's driving the number 4 tonight, they're going to win the race. But nobody's in the number 4, so it's anybody's game.
Yeah, very much so.
Oh
we have somebody asking what's going on with the tires. It is a glitch. I wish I could get rid of it, but I cannot. Justin out here for the win. Every time I leave, Justin is out here for the win. It's insanity. So, Rangers has gotten past. Justin goes out for the win. Rangers trying to hold on to second place. We're going to find out if he can, but it's going to be close. Element. What?
I need an invite.
What happened to you?
I accidentally pressed the wrong button.
That is the second time you've done that. Oh, that's too funny. You had one job. One job.
I had 30 jobs.
Oh my gosh.
My bad.
Well, now the gap is for Justin, and can Rangers catch up to him? We have the 20 of Kyle Fan sitting P3. We have the J-Mac attack sitting P4. That is your top group of 4 right here. We have a whole nother group behind him, but I don't think they're going to have time to catch these guys. It's going to be close. But we have 2 to go at the line, so yeah, I don't think there's any way that these other 4 guys are going to come into the mix, but man, I don't know. It's going to be close.
No, from the looks of it, they're not going to be in the mix, but I would also like to point out the fact that I'm so correct, and my race-winning pick is winning right now. Let me gloat. Let me gloat a little bit.
Everyone keeps saying shake and bake when they're looking at the tires. You guys are funny. Susco, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it.
We got a little bit of shake and a little bit of bake.
Apparently, we're on the final lap here for the stage. Can Justin take it home for stage 2? That'll be some nice points for him as he is on the backstretch, ready to enter turn 3. Can he hold off the hungry Rangers and a Kyle Fan and a J-Mac? I don't know if they're going to have enough, but they do have the draft. We're coming around turn 4 into the tri-oval, and it does look like that Leaf Justin is going to take stage 2 win. Congratulations to him. Close racing out here. I gotta tell you.
My pick
Yes?
won the second. What? Oh, all right.
Yeah, you're getting good at picking. I'm telling you. You're doing good.
I'm getting there.
You're doing good. Now can we get you to get the pick for the win here? It's going to be close. Justin, he's another one though. We talked about it. He is fast, and as we said, he has got the strategy. Along with J-Mac, who's been up front. Rangers, he is one where he wants to show his speed. He doesn't like the fact that he has to save and do those things. But he's got the strategy. No worries on that. But if it was a saving race, that might be a different story here.
Ooh, let me tell you, stage 3 gonna be very interesting.
It
Can't
is.
wait.
We've only had one caution here tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow, I'm way over. Good Lord, I said what, 4?
You
No,
said
I
five.
said 5.
You did,
5.
yeah.
Oh, terrible. Ugh. Come on, guys. Race a little bit. Wreck. Come on.
They're
We need
racing.
some
They're racing.
cautions.
We've seen it 3 wide, 4 wide at one point, but Justin is leading us off for
I
stage
know
3 with
racing. Come on.
well, you know,
What do you take me for?
Dion says, I wish I felt as good as Element right now. Oh, boy.
A little bit of a little donkey kick from Justin there pushes Rangers back. That
Yeah.
allows Kyle Fane to slip on by with Fox and J-Mac and throws on the inside of him. And Gabe Mashwin and Tom all making moves on it with Skia.
I mean, look at these guys,
Wide.
3 and 4 wide
What?
for 3rd place. It's absolutely crazy. I'm hearing that Rangers, though, he got hit from that lag from Justin, so that shoved him back quite a bit. We're going to find out if we need a caution for it, but hopefully they can manage to hold on to it. We're going to try to find Rangers right now, see what happened to him. Oh, man, yeah, he got shoved back pretty far, and unfortunately, I see more lag directly in front of him, Element. Not a sight that Rangers wants to see right now. Really unfortunate.
Honeycutt got loose off too, and he slides way back underneath Master Mike and Dohar. Jacob Kerr as Rangers, So he is falling way back. That wasn't just a little bit loose. He got passed by everybody there except Garrett from Canada.
Yeah, we're on board with J-Mac right now, and he's pretty well midfield right now, and we've seen him up front the entire time this race, so interesting to see him back here, but I guarantee he will make his way up front. A really tough night for Dohar, though. I'm not quite sure what happened to him in stage 1, but I'm hoping it wasn't the booth curse right there, because he's had a tough night.
A couple fellas had a tough night. Dohar really started off with a tough night. Made a nice comeback there in stage 2 and got a decent finish in that without getting stage points in stage 1, but has finished solid all season long, so he's in good season standings right now to make the playoffs, so there's no doubt about it that he's going to make it there, so he's just going for a race win tonight.
48 to go for the final stage here, and we're on board with Ski in that 96. He is top 10 at the moment. J-Mac managed to squeeze his way through and got directly in front of him.
Oh my God.
What are you seeing right now?
I'm just watching the stream and those tires are going to give me epilepsy. Holy moly.
It's just so bad. It's so
I
bad.
feel bad for the viewers. I feel bad. Oh.
Let's
Thank you,
talk about
704.
I'm telling you, it's gonna get fixed soon. I have faith. But let's talk about the 48, who is currently sitting P2. He's had a strong one also. We've seen him up there quite a bit. Strong showing in practice, and I feel like he's gonna get a top 5 tonight. He's got the car for it. He's got the consistency for it tonight. Can we keep him up there? He's also got company in that 20 of Kyle Fan, who I really feel like he's got a top 5 car once again. A lot of speed, but man, Justin, he might be competing for the win here tonight. Side-by-side battle for the lead. We have the 9 and the 48 going side-by-side. Kyle Fan pushing the 9 of Justin while he's on the high side. Justin gets a nose out at front, gets super tight and hits the wall. He's going to lose a couple of positions from that. Fox is going to be your new leader in that 48. What in the world is going on here, you guys? The 11 we saw back there from lag, due to lag, he is already up to P3. He's got the 42 of Thrills directly in front of him in P2. Fox is still your leader, holding on to it, trying to use every lane that he can to make the most of what he can to keep them behind him.
Oh, Thrills and Rangers made a little bit of contact there as they were coming to caution.
Caution is out. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. But that is going to be, I think, the second caution of the night. Dion, I don't know if there was any contact between them, but yeah, I saw Justin go high and into the wall, and he fell back a bit, but I'm not quite sure if he had help doing that.
Hey, Frozen.
Yes. Do you need another invite?
No, I believe my race-winning pick was actually Fox. I was complimenting Justin on being one of the best savers in the game.
It's gonna be close.
Yeah, I think my race-winning pick was Fox, and he's leading right now. So, either way, I still come out a winner on this. I mean,
You are too much, I swear.
I know.
These guys gonna get
it's good.
4 fresh tires, get that fuel that they need, and back on track. I don't believe anyone is gonna stay out. There is no point. But Rangers, what can you say? I mean, you can hit him with the lag, you can do whatever, but that guy is just going to find his way back to the front in a hurry, and that is just what he did. Dion says you can't switch your pick. I agree. We all know what he chose.
No, Dion,
we know what's going on.
I really think I chose for race win was for Fox because I went dark horse on this race. Go back and rewatch it, Dion, and correct me, okay? Correct me. If I didn't say Fox for the race win, correct myself, okay?
You're lucky that you know what? I remember you saying Foxhound Boss. I don't remember what it's for.
I think I said for like best savers or whatever. Or, you know what I'm talking about? Best tire savers. I said J-Mac, Justin, and Dohar. And I think when you brought me on the spot, you were like, "Who do you think is going to get the pole and who's going to get the win?" Right? Exactly like that.
I mean, I gotta put you on the spot. It's too much fun.
And I said for pole and Tom, I was 1 for 1 on that. And I think for race win, I actually went with Foxhound.
I gotta go back. You're lucky that I have a terrible memory. I can't remember. I don't even remember what I ate for breakfast. I'm just saying.
Bad too, so I know the feeling.
I mean, obviously, because you can't remember what you picked. Man, I'll tell you what.
Go now.
These guys are gonna go around again, and they were 3 wide, so no good for a restart. These guys, man, look at these. They are trying to get situated on where they are supposed to be, but a very, very clean race so far tonight. Much different than the craziness we saw at Phoenix last week. Or not Phoenix, Pocono. It starts with a P. I got that part right?
You got 1 letter. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
That was amazing.
We will be restarting with 40 to go once we restart. You hush, Element. Still a ton of racing left, and this is going to make things interesting. 40 to go, they get 19 to a tank. There might have to be some type of saving. Just, make sure you're aware of the fuel. Try to stay in draft. Use as less amount of fuel that you can so that you can make it all the way, because 40 to go, we have a lot of racing left. All right, Fox getting ready to start us off in that 48 car with Thrills on the 42 on the high side. The 11 directly behind him, that is Rangers. Dohart making his way back up after a terrible incident in stage 1. He has found his way back to the front of the field on this restart. Very, very tight pack. Let's take a look in the back, see how they are coping with this close restart here. 11 and the 48 going side by side. 11 just completely sending it going into the turn. A huge power move on his end. Very, very fantastic move for him. He takes over the lead once again. That is Rangers. Fox goes to P2. Thrills on the outside trying to follow Rangers. We're going to see if he can take over P2.
Fox moves right back into P2. He is hanging in there with Rangers. Hopefully he can keep that draft, save a little bit of tire, and not get pressured too much to burn his tires up and save a little bit of fuel at the same time. That'll be big for him. But he's got the pressure from Dohar, TomTom, J-Mac. Woo! The pressure is building.
You can just see how much, how crowded this field is right now. We're on board with the 2-car Super NASCAR fan. He has lost the draft. I'm not quite sure what happened with him, but you can just see the madness up ahead. These guys, as tame as they are, they're finally out there in a single file line, but earlier, not much of the case. They were 3 and 4 wide, but have since calmed down. Let's bring it up here with the 18 of Skyland. He is currently sitting about P9 or 10, so a lot to go up here, but he's behind the 14 of Natterdays. You know what, this guy, for just getting on this game not too long ago, we've talked about it. He's done an invitational with us, but he is relatively new to NASCAR Heat. He does a fantastic job out here, and he does not get as much time on the track as he wishes, but kudos to him because he's doing great.
Natterday's been having a very solid night. Along with a lot of these other guys, they're all hanging in there. And we haven't had the caution, so they haven't had a lot of damage to repair. Oh, I mean, it's anybody's game at this point, but Rangers just pulling like a tractor.
He is hauling the mail. Yeah. He is just leaving a gap between him and second, which is Foxhound Boss. And then there's a little bit of a gap between him and third of J-Mac in that 3-car. We have TomTom Flitty, who has since moved up to the front of the field, and that is a man on a mission. We saw him struggle in the first part of the season, and after after his luck turned around, this guy just flew like a rocket ship through standings, and he is right up here with everybody else, competing for wins and competing for the top spots in the standings here. So great to see him up here.
Great to see this whole top 5 being up here right now. I mean, you got Rangers, you got Fox finally getting up there, challenging for the win. And then you got J-Mac sitting there in third, TomTom making his way back up there, and Justin. It's a solid top 5. This is everybody's game at this point. Woo, we get heated.
It is a solid top 5, but I'm hearing that we do have yet another caution. You can tell things are heating up. I'm not sure what quite brought out the caution, but yeah, this is going to be around our 3rd or 4th one of the night. We may just hit 5 there, Element.
That means I'm rich.
All right, silly question. I don't know how many laps we have left. We last had 40. That is going to make these guys have to save a little bit. This changes things. Hopefully we get a lap count from Brock. Discord just keeps kicking me out repeatedly. It's driving me bananas. But yeah, I would imagine all these guys are going to pit. I'm curious what it does as far as strategy. How are they going to be on fuel once they get out of pit road?
How many laps they have left?
I don't know. We'll find out from Rock if we can get a lap count here. Banana sandwiches. I'm telling you, Cape, it is straight banana sandwiches. Trash says 33, so yeah, they are definitely gonna have to make another pit stop. They should be good to go. They should not have to save, so they should be good.
Ooh, it's tough. I think Rangers might have him here on this one. A lot of these guys are there with him, but it's going to be tough. He got out to that lead, and he was pulling them. Nobody was able to catch him, even when they were drafting together. He might have
bananas and pajamas. It's gonna, yeah, Rangers, I mean, he's got a really fast car, and if it boils down to that, I mean, there's a lot of guys with a really fast car. You can see him right there. We have the 48, we have the 11, we have 8 of Tom Tom, J-Mac, Justin, Dohar, the 13, Kyle Fan, but it's gonna be crazy. All right, we are gonna go green this time around. I'm hearing a lot of different lap counts here. We got 33, we have 32, we have 30. I'm not sure, but I'll wait for Rock to let me know. But here we go, back to green once again. The 11 leading us off, the 48 on that high side. Definitely not a place you want to be. The high side, I hate starting on it when you're going back to a restart. It is just not the place to be. 31 laps to go is what I'm hearing over the radio. Thank you, Rock. So yeah. It's going to be close, but these guys can make it no problem on fuel. .48 taking that high side, no choice, but he gets into the wall. Dohar helps him out a little bit, giving him a little contact. Man, if that doesn't bring out the caution, I don't know what will, but everyone is still rolling, Element.
They're still rolling for now. That might have been as they were crossing the line, so they might be racing back right now.
Yeah, they're definitely racing back. It will bring out a caution from what I'm hearing over the radio. A little contact between Dohar and Fox there. We've seen that a couple of times tonight. I don't know what's going on with these guys.
I like it. I like it.
Emotions are getting high here. We're getting close to the final 12. It comes down to that. Let's take a look at points. You see the top 12. Jose, he is still, I don't know how. He is still in the top 12, even though he only did a couple of races. Absolutely mind-boggling. I mean, that guy was just on fire, but, he promised in NR that he would race out there. That's where he always races, so he just wanted to race a few with us while he was waiting for their season to start. However, you have the top 12 right there. Sky is the 12th one. Thrills right on the outside looking in. Scott Hall for life. Very, very close. Honeycutt hoping and wishing to be in. He's got to gain a couple of positions out here. He's got some lag going on tonight, so we need to see how that's going to affect him in this finish.
Honeycutt, my brother. That lag is killing him.
It's very frustrating. I feel really bad for him. He's got amazing internet, actually, so at this point he really does feel like it's his Xbox that is causing the issue. I know he gets on iRacing and has 0 problems, so he may be onto something with the Xbox issue.
Yeah, definitely may be onto something with the Xbox issue, because it's uncanny to have that many issues just based upon internet, especially if you pay for very good internet.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's got twice as much internet as me, and I have a lot of internet, so I have like 200 and something. It's insane. Yeah, so he should be perfectly fine. So hopefully he gets that figured out. The guy, he's very capable of being up here. But these guys are lining up to go green once again, and I'm hearing 28 to go when they go green. We'll see what happens here, but caution number, Dion. I think Element's going to be right on at 5. We'll see what happens. Still a little bit of racing left to do, so it's going to be close. Cape, I think a gig here is ungodly. I think it's like, I want to say like $300 or $400 a month. It's stupid. It's stupid. I'm not paying that much for that. It could be more. I really don't know.
I pay for now for unlimited. I was only limited to 1.2 terabytes with Xfinity for a long time before they came with unlimited. Yes, and it went by quick. I'm telling you. I was paying I was paying fees, everything. I was paying over $100 a month for something I was only supposed to pay $60 for. Now I got unlimited, 150 megabytes. We're rocking. Let's go.
I need your guys' internet. Everyone's telling me like what they pay for like a gig and stuff. You guys are insane. Not here, man. It's a ripoff, I'm telling you. These guys are going back to green once again. Tom Flitty leading us off to green. He's got the 9. No, that is the 51 of Honeycutt directly behind him, and you see him wiggling a little bit right there. Man, oh man, it's gonna be tight. Element, the 42 and the 51 make some contact. The 42 gets the short end of that stick. Man, I don't know what's gonna happen right here, but the 8 and the 11 going side by side. The 20 is directly behind him, and I'm hearing another caution is gonna come out. These guys are getting so close, side by side racing for it all in these final laps.
Yep. Frozen, I hate to say it, but the lag has come back with the force. They may be Darth Sidious right now, you know what I'm saying? No, you don't.
It's so tough out here. I'm hearing a couple of times from a couple of
Emperor
guys.
Palpatine.
Yeah, there's some bumping going in these turns. I think that if they can get past these first couple of laps, they'll be fine. But we're probably coming up close on the part where we do not take a caution for 2 laps. If they have another one, I do believe they will not go in for a caution. We have Frey up in chat there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Panda Girl, I appreciate it. Hope you guys are doing good. 75 for CAD for 5, but our speeds are like... Really? Wow, that's insane. Yeah, I mean, we only get like one choice here for internet provider, and it's no bueno. It's not good. I mean, we get good internet, but the amount that you pay for is no good. Laps are winding down here, Element, with everything going on. Tom stays out. How is that going to affect him moving on to these final few laps? He's going to have a lot on his plate for here.
Oh, that's a lot of food to eat.
I didn't even realize. I was like, is he eating right now? But yeah, I gotcha. That was smooth. Looks like Kyle Fan on that 20 is gonna go on the outside of Tom Flitty. We have J-Mac Attack gonna be directly behind Tom, who is our leader. A lot of these guys. 14, Natterdays makes his way up front. Dohar, who we saw involved in that incident that might have brought out that last caution, he's gonna be sitting there in 6 P6.
This... Everything has changed. Everything has changed.
You're not wrong. You know,
I'm sorry for
cautions...
getting loud. The microphone got close to my mouth.
Did you put it there? Because that'll happen if you put
Yes,
it there.
I did.
Oh, okay. Just want to make sure. Oh my gosh, shouldn't... But what? Oh my gosh. Cape, you're crazy. You're a nut. Tom will be leading us off for these final few laps, though. Hopefully we can keep it green. I want to see these guys race it out. I don't want to see the cautions. Let's race it out, see what kind of speed they have. But we have 20 of Kyle Fan on the outside, who has been a strong contender the entire night. We have J-Mac behind Tom, who is also a strong one. A lot of fast guys here tonight, and they are all vying for the same position. So they all want the win. What are you going to do?
Go for the win?
And they're doing it. You got P19 out here going for P1 in the first turn. It just gets crazy. The 20 already into the wall. We have J-Mac trying to take a look on the inside, on the outside, see where he can make up some spots, but he is going to tuck right in behind Tom Flitty, and these guys are off and running.
Oh, They're running all right, like Usain Bolt. They're going fast. Whew.
I want to go fast, and they definitely are. We have three wide for the lead here. Tom. We have J-Muck on the outside. Ranger's going to scoop it up on the inside. Man, oh man, what a battle here for the lead. Rangers, no surprise here. He's going to take it over with Kyle Fan right behind him, trying to get that draft and pull up on him. We have Justin in the mix with Dohar directly behind him in that 88. Things are getting pretty sketchy here now.
I wouldn't say things are getting that sketchy. I mean, they're single foul. J-Mac on the outside with one other, I think, Combat Beast on the outside. Pretty tame. I'm a little surprised by that. I'm trying to slice and dice, make my way up through there. Let's go.
Well, I just heard over the radio, Element. We have 20 to go. These guys get 19. So, what are you going to do if you are a Ranger sitting out here? Are you going to save and try to win the race that way? Or are you gonna go in short pit, just take enough fuel and move right back out?
Oh, that's tough. I honestly believe tires prevail. I've always been tires will win out no matter what. I think only a few times I've been beat out on his strategy such as that, just taking only fuel or a few tires and fuel. I'd rather have the four and be able to lay down the fastest lap times I possibly can and be able to have all that maneuverability, so that way I can work my way around them.
You know, and I have a terrible memory, but didn't Tom stay out, or was it the last one? I'm concerned about him with fuel. If it's me and I'm these guys, I'm saving. I'm going to try to save a lap and try to win it that way. There's not enough laps for me to worry about tires, in my opinion. They had 20 to go coming back, and you can get 19, so they may be okay, but it is definitely going to be close.
I think with Chicago, if you come out with 19, you're gonna be able to make 20 going hard. I think if you're saving, you can make 23 to 24. You're not going to be able to make 25. I think 23, 24 would be tops. Fuel saving. So I believe these guys should let it go even if they run hard.
We're going to find out, but we do have 16 to go. Laps are flying by, and Rangers is also flying with it. He's got a gap between him and second place already. And I'll tell you what, it's easy to do here. When you have guys battling it out, I had quite the gap behind me in practice for almost the entire stage as these guys were battling it out behind me. And you can kind of choose. You know, I kind of like to play the field. You want to keep the guys behind you side by side, so I'll give the low line some draft. I'll give the high line some draft. You see Fox going down here trying to make a move for position. Thrills on the outside, and that 42 is going to tuck behind. Liebert doing really well right now. You can see these guys have a lot of damage on their hoods right now, but Liebert making his way up through the field.
Liebert making his way up through the field does surprise me from previous race experiences with him. He's very good on presets. This league being a little bit different from what I believe he is being used to racing in is a little bit more competitive because a lot of these guys have race presets.
Oh!
A few of them haven't. Oh, wow. What happened?
I'm not sure what happened, but I was on board with Liebert, and I saw J-Mac and another car make some contact and go below the apron. Fantastic save on their end, but scary situation.
No, it wasn't Justin. But, sorry. Excuse me. What I was saying about Liebert, I've raced him a few times. The guy is really good on presets. But being this is his first preset league that I've seen him in, that's main NASCAR heat. He's done a very good job at being competitive and learning from these guys and sticking it to them. He's had a little bit of bad luck with lag and getting caught up in incidences due to lag and such. But he is showing his strengths tonight.
Absolutely. I'm on board with Game Mastermind and that 13, and you can just see Rangers. He still has quite the gap between him and second. The 36 7 of Monster Mike doing a fantastic job making a move on Game Mastermind, who is actually very strong tonight. You see a group of 3 directly in front of them, but man, that is quite the group ahead. You guys saw it earlier. We were on board with the 51 of Honeycutt. I think the lag is the story for him tonight. Really, really unfortunate, and it's definitely hurting his chances to make it into the playoff. You really hate to see it. But Tom Flitty in that 8, he is in this group of 4 that is behind Rangers. They need to catch up to him, and they need to do it very soon.
Yeah, they need to do it now. The time is now. You cannot wait. You cannot sit around. Be patient. You're closing in on trying to get the win, so you have to make every move you possibly can right now.
10 laps to go in the final part of the race here. We have 8 behind the 88 of Dohar. The top 3 is Rangers in the lead. We have Dohar in second, Tom Flitty in third. It's just so incredibly close. We have the 96 of Ski going for P3. Look at this. I mean, this guy, we've talked about him several times. He's usually on custom setups. He wanted to try out presets, and this guy is really getting the hang of it. It's been a lot of fun getting to see him grow throughout the season.
It's been a lot of fun watching a lot of these guys grow throughout the season. I mean,
absolutely.
Look at you have chasing these guys down. You got Monster Mike right behind him. Oh no, Thrills. God, oh, the wheels threw me off. Oh,
it is insane.
NASCAR heat.
Is it weird to say I'm getting a little used to it now? That's not a good thing, I don't think.
No, it's not a good thing. We shouldn't have to get used to it, but it's what we're having to deal with. But we got a lot of movement happening up front. You got Skibowski sliding up into third. You have Tom there in fourth. J-Mac there in fifth. And Tom peels off to go on to pit road.
Yeah, I was wondering because he was one that stayed out, so he was going to have less fuel. We have the 48 and the infield. I don't know what was going on with him. I do believe that was the 48, but he was doing so well tonight. Very frustrating for him.
Right.
But I'm wondering who else we're going to see have to go to pit road to get the fuel. If I have to go to pit road, I'm only taking fuel, I'm telling you. Rangers going on pit road. He's going to have to take fuel. We're going to find out what he does. Is he going to take 2 tires? Is it just fuel? It's going to be a tough call.
Racing is nothing but tough calls. You have to make the tough decisions. Do you pit? Do you not? How's your tire wear? Everything. And especially if you're doing everything on your own, as in with adjustments or setups, it's a tough call on what you need to do to the car to make your car better and what it'll do for tire wear and speed-wise, you know?
Absolutely. And you know, with how long that Rangers was on pit road, he definitely had to at least take 2 tires, at least. Tough call. We're going to see how it plays out for him, though. These guys very, very close. Look at a little bit of contact between the 42 and the 3 car of J-Mac. A lot of these guys are taking to pit road now. I'm curious if we're going to see the leaders of Dohar, J-Mac, or Thrills. Will we see them go in, or are they going to be okay? And that answers that question. The 42 of Thrills goes in right away. J-Mac and Dohar, they stay out.
J-Mac and Dohar sold on the track. That puts them in a great position because they're going to have probably the newest tires when they come out, whenever they go on pit road, and they're also not ever going to have to worry about fuel. I'm pretty sure we're definitely in the fuel window, but they're not going to have to worry about tires. So they're going to have a lot of speed, even though these guys are going to be coming out here with a lap or 2 on their tires. That lap or 2 makes a good difference. Oof.
You see J-Mac passing the 20 of Kyle Fan and Thrills, who came off of pit road. I'm curious where's Rangers? Let's take a look at him. You see him with the 9 car of Leaf Justin. You can see, I do believe that is the leaders up there, up ahead. Ah, man, this changes literally everything. This is absolutely insane. J-Mac goes in. Can Dohar save it? He is one to save it when he can. I don't know how many we have to go, but why What just happened?
What? I don't know. I just heard a loud crash and then Doha. Oh, he goes flying. He went to the moon. Just a little bit.
I don't know if you saw what I saw, but I saw Kyle go up and just obliterate Dohar. That is going to bring a caution out. And wait, if there's 4 to go, I don't know how many there is, but if there's 4 to go, that is not a caution. Not a caution.
There's less than 4 to go?
Yeah. If there is definitely no caution. I'm trying to hear over the radio, but the radio is not being too kind to me right now. White flag, so that is definitely no caution. That takes Dohar out of the contention for the win here. Rangers is on pit road. I don't even know who the leader is. Who's the leader?
You're asking me.
The 18 just took the lead. Let's go with the 18. Absolutely insane here. We could crown a Sky as the winner. I don't even know what just happened here.
Honestly,
Sky has taken the win. Sky has won.
That does not surprise me.
What just happened to this race?
Dude is great at saving fuel.
Weevil, I don't want to say that, but yeah, I'm with you. Justin did not win. Sky is a fantastic saver. He snuck under the radar. He and Dohar has always I'm hearing. Justin, can you repeat who is over that? Okay, Element just got even more crazy. The 18, Sky wins. We have Honeycutt in second.
Oh!
What?
All you Honeycutt fans.
Yes, and Leaf Justin. He's gonna round out the top 3. What in the world? This race, I can't even. I can't even. Strategy, you know, I'm telling you, I thought Honeycutt, I thought the lag was going at it, and he was struggling tonight. All the while, he must have been saving. So it's gonna be his first interview of the season. I do believe this might be Skyland's first interview of the season. We'll have to see when he gets in. I'm mind blown right now. I can't even.
Your mind's blown? My mind is all over the freaking walls. All right.
Easy fella.
Slippage. Good lord, we just had so much action tonight, and I can't help myself.
I don't even know what happened. I don't even know. This is insanity. Welcome to the booth, guys. Absolutely insane. We have Sky bringing home the win tonight. After what was going on in the final 2 laps, just absolutely insane. Sky, take us through your strategy, and obviously it paid off. So what happened in the race for you?
I did not have a car that could compete with the lead pack because my car was default. I didn't make any tuning adjustments. So when I saw the lap count, I didn't know how many laps I could save, but I had a rough idea of I could get away with 2 or 3. I saw the lap count on that last caution, and I'm like, yeah, I guess I may as well gamble. Otherwise, I'm going to end up with maybe 10th, so why not? And I just started backing it off right away, checking the laps, seeing if I was saving enough. It looked like it was enough. And about halfway through the stage, people started pitting, or halfway through the stint, people started pitting, people started falling back because they were trying to save all the gas right at the end. And I don't know what happened up front with Dohar and the 20, but those two got into it. Dohar went for a first-class flight above the track. And
I actually got that.
Justin ran out, and I'm so excited. I did not think I was gonna win one of these like ever.
That is absolutely insane. So at what point did you think, wow, I'm actually gonna win this thing?
When I was catching up to Justin, I thought there was a good chance. I didn't think he had saved enough fuel with how far he was backing off. But probably the Dohar and 20 wreck, that was when I'm like, okay, I might actually have this.
Very
But
nice.
before then, and before those last two, I really didn't know what was gonna happen.
I mean, we saw you race up there quite a bit tonight, but man, you were sneaky. You were a sneaky saver in stage 3, so well played on the strategy. You did a fantastic job. I know you are great at it, so it definitely came into play tonight. Congratulations on your first win of the season. That makes 7, if I'm not mistaken, 7 different winners out of 9 races. Absolutely insane. It's really fun to see, so congratulations, Sky.
Thank you.
All right, Element. Honeycutt in the booth for the first time. Let's bring him out here.
Honeycutt!
Going on? Woo!
Lord, let's go!
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, got a lot of fans out there. They love you, man. They love you.
Man. I know.
And now
I
you're
got
up
I got
here.
some beers right in front of me. Woo!
Time to
Oh,
celebrate.
Dude,
Ah.
hey, listen to this combo. I got vodka and squirt right now. How about that?
That's awesome.
I want to know who's heard of Squirt.
I
This
wanna
is
come
the
over.
first I've heard of this.
Oh my God, rookie. Dude, so
I do
take
want
us
to
through your
say.
race, man.
Oh, go ahead.
Uh,
Oh, it
I-
was,
I-
first of
Hold
all.
on, no. You go first. You go first. You
Okay.
You raced. I didn't. You go ahead. I will get you after you say what you got to say.
Well, I want to say congratulations to Skyline. That was awesome. And this race was horrible for me. Car was great. It was fast. I really wanted to get up there and battle with the guys up front. It was just a stupid lag. It's just so frustrating. One of the last restarts where I was up front behind Tom. I was kind of hoping for the lag to kind of settle down, and we were coming off of turn 2. I guess my lag got into rails, the 42, and after that, I almost backed out of the race when that happened. I feel so bad for the 42 car. I put him in the wall. He was in good position, and so I definitely owe him a huge apology for that. But yeah, I think it was one of the last cautions we had, maybe 3 or 4 laps of the fuel run, and I knew if I could just save and just kind of stay in the back, I could probably save those last 4 laps of fuel, and that's what happened. Everybody just started taking off and burning up their fuel. I think Skyline was one of the guys that was kind of backing up, and I saw him backing up. I started backing up, and yeah, we were able to make it to the end.
Bruh. Awesome job. I gotta hand it to you. That's a good job. You dealt with lag. You fought through it. You came away top 3,
Yeah.
taking second. That is how you do it.
Yeah, thank you. Like I said, I almost backed out just because I just felt so bad. I didn't think I was going to have a chance to do anything, but I really needed a second place finish. So hopefully I can get this thing repaired. My Xbox looked at during the weekend, and I can probably get this thing fixed so I can back out and maybe have another strong finish at Darlington.
Like the sounds of that, man. Hell of a job tonight, man.
Thank you guys.
Great job. All right, we have Justin gonna round out the top 3. You had a strong night. We saw you take the lead several times tonight. So take us through your race, and I'm hearing you ran out of fuel in the final part of it. So take us through that.
Yeah, the end of the fuel game didn't work out perfect, but it worked out all right, I guess. I think if I would have started saving a lap or 2 sooner, I was trying to pretty much do it backwards from what I usually do, and what I know these two did, which is save it as early as possible, and then just go and wait for everybody else to pit, pretty much, is when you catch back up. But I did it backwards because we were getting into a trend of yellows, and I decided that I was going to go till about 10 to go, and we need to save 2 laps of fuel, and with the old trusty shifter, I knew I could get it, but I didn't end up saving until probably, I'd say about 8 to go, because I had people all over me, so I didn't want to just start, just popping it out and just slowing way down in front of everybody. So we just kind of waited till everything unfolded. People started pitting and then started saving, and the Dohar incident happened, and yeah, pretty much. I knew I wasn't gonna make it. We hit the white flag, and the little ticker switched to 0 laps left on fuel, like right at the line. So we made it to about off of turn 2, and things started sputtering, and I knew Skyland was only a couple of seconds back, so he got by me, and I didn't even see Honeycutt. Honestly, I didn't know he got by me until the results came up. So it was definitely a close race, but I mean, I felt like on speed, I wasn't perfect at the beginning of the race, but a stop or two in, a couple of little adjustments, get turn a little bit better, and I thought I was probably a top 3 car, maybe. Depends. Out of the people that were running at the front, I know a couple of them had issues, like pretty much through the entire race. So, but I mean, it was I'd say another good race. Got a stage win, another playoff point, got a podium, close to a win, get some points on the board, a little confidence boost. 1 race to go, and yeah.
Well, it was another solid day. Great points day for you. And next week we head to Darlington, so it's going to be a crazy long night. But I'll tell you what, Sky
Which
and
I am
Honeycutt...
sure to be on the struggle bus there, so I'm not looking forward to that.
Sky and Honeycutt, they definitely snuck that in there tonight. Great saving by these guys, great
Thanks to
strategy.
both of those guys.
Yeah,
I think both,
absolutely.
well, obviously first time win, and I think actually first time
A lot of firsts tonight.
post-race interview for both
Yes.
of them, maybe, if I'm not mistaken.
Very cool. It is correct. But yeah, so a lot of firsts tonight. A great race at Chicago. Next week, last race before we do the playoffs. Only 12 are going to make it in to compete for the championship. So there's a lot on the line next week. This will definitely help out Honeycutt and Sky. But until then, you guys take it easy and be sure to tune in next week at Darlington. It'll be 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, you guys take it easy. I'll be honest, like those last 2 laps, I was mind blown. Absolutely mind blown. Like, I don't know what happened with Dohar and Kyle Fan, and then I had no clue who the leader was. I was yelling out, "Who the heck is the leader?" And I hear Sky. And then all of a sudden, I hear Justin shouting out, like,